Greece up for auction. But first, here is Joshua Daw with sport. And Josh, the weather has rained on Australia's parade.
It has, Al. Not quite Greece lightning, but plenty of rain. Pakistan stalled by Sydney's showers in a very dark day. And the Aussies, well, they're feeling dark over a controversial break in play. Find out why next. The Wildcats on the hunt, breaking New Zealand hearts. And the big question standing between history and WA's Damien Lane. Rain has cost Australia victory in their series opener against Pakistan, with the match abandoned due to poor weather. The Aussies were cruising towards their adjusted target of 119 after some Aaron Finch explosives until their hopes were doused in the wet. Fickle and frustrating, Sydney's weather foiling Australia's takedown of Pakistan. The storms setting in, forcing Game 1 to be abandoned.
If you're cutting overs off the game and you still have the 20-minute break, it doesn't make much sense to me, but it's part of the rules, so you can't do much about it.
Victory was within touching distance after rain first reduced the match to 15 overs.
Finch waits, hits it high into the Sydney sky, 6 more.
Aaron Finch blasting 26 off 1 over, aided by some poor Pakistan fielding before the covers were brought out again, this time for good.
Probably played out of our hands at the moment, but can't do much about the weather.
The Aussies threw themselves at everything in the field.
Oh, the chance is there. Steve Smith making his way around. It's too big.
Skipper Bubba Azam taking charge for the visitors with a half-century.
Edge past Carey. That is 50 for this superstar of world cricket.
He was the only one to offer the crowd any catching practice. Rain halting his momentum, the wickets tumbling when play resumed.
Ray shot down the ground, but is it big enough? No, it's not.
Kane Richardson, the pick of the Aussie bowlers with 2 for 16.
Excellent catch, Agar.
The sides now head to Canberra for Game 2 on Tuesday. Joe Burns is staking his claim for the vacant Test opening spot with a handy half-century in Queensland's first innings against Western Australia. Bowled out for 332, WA took just 1 wicket on a slow day. Cam Green trapping Burns in front after his knock of 76. Trying to find form, Usman Khawaja is unbeaten on 30 at stumps.
Lovely shot again this time from Usman Khawaja. That's a brutal shot through mid-wicket for 4.
Meanwhile, at the Wacker, Elise Perry and Elisa Healy have broken the record for the highest WBBL partnership. The pair carrying the bat in the Sixers' 199-run opening stand. Healy blasting a century off just 52 balls in the Sixers' easy win over the Stars. Damien Lane's Murder Glass is the one to beat in Tuesday's Melbourne Cup, according to rival trainers. The Caulfield Cup winner has been crunched into favouritism ahead of Constantinople and the Chris Waller-trained Finch.
Desperate to pick a winner, these diehards tried to glean anything they could from the International's final track hit out. Murder Glass was closely watched, yet questions remain as to whether the Japanese star can stay the 3,200 metres.
Yes, I've been asked this question about a million times in the last few days, but I believe in the horse and the jockey.
Still, rivals feel the Caulfield Cup champion deserves favouritism.
There's a lot of horses with a shout. Of all of them, he's the only one that really stands out.
Prince of Arran stood out last year, bravely finishing third off only a few days' rest. Trainer Charlie Fellows confident but cautious.
So we've had an easier time to prepare him for the race, and there's a lot in his favour, but it's a Melbourne Cup.
And it could be Godolphins again, with cross counter aiming to go back to back. The Williams family has made winning this cup their business, having already claimed it 6 times. And as they go in search of another, they'll saddle up 3 runners in Latrobe, Twilight Payment, and the one they're most bullish on, Master of Reality.
I think on class, Latrobe's got to be our best chance. But with the draw, with Frankie, and his form lines, it's hard to go past Master Reality.
2017 winning trainer Joseph O'Brien handles that trio, and already Cups Week is a success for the 26-year-old, following victory at California's famed Breeders' Cup.
It will be Aaron Gessa to win for Joseph O'Brien.
The youngest jockey to win a race at the event 8 years ago, O'Brien now repeats the feat as a trainer. Braden Ingram, 9 News.
Dario Hunt's best game in a Wildcats singlet has lifted Perth to a crucial road victory over New Zealand. Hunt stamping his authority on the match early, ending with 21 points to go with 11 rebounds. Fellow import Tariko White putting the finishing touches on the 84-79 win.
Tariko White with a dagger three. It's been a lot of history between the two clubs, and it feels like every time we match up against each other, it's a close one.
Perth are now 6-2 ahead of a top-of-the-table clash with Sydney next Sunday. The Glory have been dealt their first loss of the season, going down 2-1 against Central Coast. The Mariners took the lead through former Perth midfielder Daniel De Silva. Ivan Franich then put the hosts back on level terms, but the visitors claimed the full 3 points with a stunning strike on the stroke of half-time.
By Silvera, he has been electric, and what a finish for Sam Silvera for his first goal in the A-League. It is an absolute beauty.
Pushing hard for a second half equaliser, Perth just couldn't find the back of the net and now sit outside the top 4 after 4 games. Well, Ash Barty is just one win away from a giant payday and the perfect finish to 2019. Barty faces Alina Svitolina in tonight's WTA decider, but has yet to beat the defending champion from 5 attempts.
Despite dropping the opening set against Karolina Pliskova, Barty fought back to win in 3.
So much accomplished in 2019, but she's looking to pad the resume further.
If the world #1 wins tonight, she'll pocket a cool $6.4 million.
It's a match where I can come out here and enjoy. I've got nothing to lose. I get to come out and enjoy and try and end my regular season really well.
The Springboks have equalled New Zealand's record of 3 Rugby World Cups, hoping their 32-12 win over England can unite the country.
We have so many problems in our country, but to have a team like this, we know we come from different backgrounds, different races, and we came together with one goal.
It sparked wild scenes in South Africa where racial tensions continue to simmer. Ben Simmons has come up clutch to keep the 76ers undefeated, hitting 2 late free throws before assisting the game winner.
Simmons, Korkmaz for 3.
Finishing with 18 points, 11 rebounds and 8 assists. In the EPL, Aston Villa were on the verge of a major upset against Liverpool before 2 goals in 7 minutes ensured the league leaders remained unbeaten. Man City also leaving it late against Southampton. While United struggles continue, Bournemouth's Josh King with the first half winner. Paddy Sweeney, 9 News.
Alice, that's all in sport tonight, but it's all happening tomorrow. The Dockers return to training.
Already?
Yeah, they do, and we'll hear from Andy Brayshaw. And, of course, our Aussie women, they touch down in Perth for tennis's Fed Cup final this week. Ash Barty will follow, but a very exciting week ahead.
So much happening. Melbourne Cup on Tuesday.
Of course, can't forget. A huge week in sport.
Huge race. All right. See you soon. Thanks, Josh. WA's latest